Did you know lettuce has pain reliever in it? Don't believe me? Stick with me and I'll share more about that. If you're looking for simple and powerful pain relief, that's what we're talking about today. And I'm going to share with you 3 methods in order to be able to do that. So I've tried all of these methods myself. I've worked with hundreds of people who've used these and similar methods in order to be able to reduce their pain long-term as well. So if you want to be notified of more videos like this, then click subscribe and hit the bell and you'll get notified every time I make a new video. So let's get into it. The first item that I want to talk to you about is magnesium. Magnesium is really powerful in being able to help muscular and nerve pain. Nerve pain can be disrupted by magnesium, and magnesium is a trigger that causes our muscles to relax. I talk a lot more about this in this video linked up here. And the second method I want to talk about is turmeric. Turmeric is also really powerful. It's an Ayurvedic herb that's been used for centuries, and it has recent studies that have shown that it's been really helpful in alleviating pain, joint inflammation, and even being able to slow weight gain, which can cause or worsen joint pain. Turmeric does need to be paired with pepper, black pepper extract or black pepper, as well as fat, and that is in order for turmeric to be fully absorbed in our body. There's constituents in both fat and the turmeric that allow the turmeric to be used properly. Curcumin is the main item in turmeric that causes this inflammation reduction, and so that is a fat soluble substance, so therefore it really needs to be taken with some fat in order for our body to use it properly. Lastly, turmeric acts like an antioxidant in our body, and so it's able to repair and help to combat free radical damage that we might get exposed to by chemicals in our air and our environment. So this can also help prevent further joint damage, pain, things like that. And if you want to learn more about how to make turmeric tea, that'll be in my next video. So we'll go over that. Have you used either of these? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if you've used either turmeric or magnesium. Now the third is a little bit more in depth. So the third method is your diet. And our diet has minerals, vitamins, enzymes, fat, carbohydrates, and protein in it. And when we don't have the right tools for our body to function properly, it won't. It's kind of like a BMW. A BMW needs higher end fuel, and if it doesn't get that, it might work for a while, but ultimately it's probably going to break down earlier than it was intended to last as a car. That's because of different things building up in the engine. That same thing can happen in our body. If we don't eat the right foods, then we can have inflammation, cholesterol, fat. All of these things start to build up in our body and it's not able to function properly. That's when we get illnesses, we get chronic illnesses, we get cardiac illnesses because we have extra weight, we have pressure on our arteries that shouldn't be there. So all of these things contribute to having pain, joint pain, inflammation from arthritis or other autoimmune illnesses or chronic and degenerative illnesses especially. So we have to eat. That's part of the human experience, and most beings on our planet need to be able to eat. So it's an expense that's built in to our budget usually and our lifestyle. So using our diet can be really powerful because you don't have to expend any more money than you already are. You have to eat, you're gonna have to pay for it or grow it. And because of that, it's really a simple and powerful way to regain control of how your body's working. So our diet is really the foundation of where recovering from illnesses and pain can start. So when we have that foundation built up, then we are able to do the things that we're passionate about. And part of our diet being so powerful is that it really directs how our metabolism works. Our metabolism can either be oxidative or fermentative. And that means that it's producing different amounts of energy, and there's different byproducts. Oxidative metabolism is preferred. It's a cleaner way to produce energy. It's more efficient. It produces significantly more energy as well. Fermentation is meant for when you are running a marathon and you need that last burst of energy and you don't have it. Your body is going to propel it from fat from other areas that it's going to use, probably muscle tissue primarily. And so it really causes the breakdown of muscle. So really having an oxidative metabolism promoting that is going to be what sustains wellness. We aren't meant to be running marathons every day. So putting your body in that fermentation type of metabolism really isn't intended for an ongoing basis. Fermentation also produces different byproducts. One of those being lactic acid. And so lactic acid is something that really is not meant to take place a lot in our body. And that will need to be flushed from our body eventually. So some of those things just might not be able to be healed very well if the body is also trying to deal with a subpar metabolism. We also want to remove foods that cause and perpetuate inflammation. Now what that means are foods like wheat. Those types of foods, when you eat them, or processed food in general, they're going to, one, not provide your body with what you need. So you might be hungry when you're really not hungry because you've eaten enough calories, but the minerals, the vitamins, the enzymes in fresh food wasn't there. So removing food that can cause inflammation and perpetuate that is really powerful. When I was 18 years old, I struggled with my digestion for the whole life up until that point, and I didn't even realize that it wasn't normal to not have bloating and be uncomfortable after every single meal. And the reason was because I was eating food that really wasn't right for me in my body. So when I started removing foods that I was sensitive to, I saw a lot of improvement. But I wasn't able to just remove foods that I was sensitive to. I had to reintroduce foods that were nutrient dense. And what that meant was you're pulling out things that you're inflamed by, and you're putting in things that your body is needing and craving. And that really helps to promote digestion. It allows there to be food that your stomach can digest and doesn't continue to perpetuate that pain. So not only do you get pain relief, but you also are giving your body enough of the substances it needs in order to function properly. So that further reduces that pain and allows your body to work right. So I was really amazed by this. And a lot of foods I started to learn actually have pain relief built in. Chocolate has magnesium. That doesn't mean Hershey's, that probably means dark chocolate. But turmeric also, like I mentioned, has pain relief built into it. These are things we're meant to be eating. At the beginning of the video, I talked about lettuce. Lettuce has an opiate-like substance called lacticarium. And that is something that I learned about. If you crack open a lettuce leaf, there's this milky white substance that'll come out of the stem. And what happens is people in Mexico have learned about this, and they will put those opened up lettuce leaves in baths for babies who are suffering with gas or colic, because they know that it can cause that type of pain relief and calming effect of the baby. So if we're eating these types of things, then we're going to be able to innately have pain relief because it's built in. That's how those plants were made and evolved, so that our body was able to use them. So I really hope that this is helpful for you, and I want to let you know that there's no one magic bullet. Building the foundation of your health is really a stacking effect. So if you want sustained relief, that's what it's going to take. You're going to be able to use some tools like magnesium and turmeric to start it with to get yourself some initial relief, and then building from the foundation up will really be what makes the difference long term. So if you found this video helpful, like this video and subscribe if you want to see some more, or you can share this with someone that you think might need to be able to hear it. There's so much more that I want to be able to share with you about how food can help your pain be relieved and get you back to hiking, traveling, work, or whatever brings you joy. And if you want to take the first step in that, in the description I have linked my elimination diet guide and 30-day meal plan. You can download it and start getting to work. I'll speak with you soon, and until then, be well.